guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a month since I've posted, and honestly it's just because I'm in Switzerland. I've been training, racing, being with my father, and just really embracing the ski season. But I am 10 more days here in Switzerland, then I'm back home to Marbella. But I thought I would do a Q&A. I asked a few of you guys out on TikTok and Instagram kind of what questions you would like me to answer, and I got some really good questions, so I'll be answering them for you guys today. So the first question is, how did I get into health and nutrition? And it's pretty self-explanatory, but I had pretty bad eating disorder and then led me into studying health and nutrition. And honestly, prior to my eating disorder, I did not care or know much at all about health and nutrition. I could not even cook. I could not even boil pasta, which is absolutely embarrassing. But going through like an eating disorder and understanding kind of how important health is and how nutrition is the fundamental of life, I then got into health and nutrition, and it led me to where I am today. I studied nutrition and I started my own business after, and yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. Another question is thoughts on social media. Social media is a double-edged sword. So I love it for my own business, for finding clients, for creating this, and just helping people is honestly the biggest blessing. But at the same time, it can be very detrimental. With social media, you are constantly living in a world of comparison. You are comparing yourself to how you look to other people, what you're eating, how that person is living. And then you're gonna be absolutely unhappy because you were generally not happy within yourself. So for me, when I was going through my eating disorder, I had to delete Instagram. I deleted it all for a year. Best decision I've made, because I could solely focus on myself and not be polluted with other people's lives or other people's eating habits and everything like that. So social media can be great. You can learn so much through it. I mean, I learn something new every day on Instagram, which is crazy. But at the same time, be aware that whatever you're seeing on social media is created. It's most of the time not true. I mean, we're always trying to show the best self on social media. We are never highlighting the bad times or the bad mornings or the days where you feel like absolute crap. We're not highlighting that. So you're seeing a day in the life of someone who maybe is generally unhappy. You don't know what other people are going through in life. So yeah, be aware. If you're going through bad mental health, I would take a little break from social media, because just solely focus on yourself and don't live through other people. Another good question was, do diets work? Now, I have quite a controversial opinion on this. I don't think they work. I do not like the keto diet. I do not like any kind of diet where you have to also restrict yourself. I think it's just, you're gonna, when you're done with that diet and you're gonna eat normally again, you're gonna gain all the weight you lost. So you're living in a vicious cycle. Whereas with all my clients, I give them a way of eating and living that is sustainable, that they can live, that they can not restrict, that they can be happy. So I don't think diets really work. Find a way of eating that you can eat like that for the rest of your life and be happy and not restrictive. So yeah, just find something that you really goes in tune with your body. Another good question is how to stop caring what other people think. This is a good one. And once you realize that you're living your life for yourself and not for other people, your whole mindset perspective changes. Just, if you're doing something that generally makes you happy, makes you feel alive, makes you feel like this is what is my purpose, then it doesn't matter to other people what they think. As long as the people who love you, who support you, they will never judge you. I know, obviously starting a YouTube channel and posting a lot on social media, there was a lot of what are you doing, what's the purpose? Because I genuinely like it, and that's what matters. I like helping people. I like helping people through social media, through what I do, and the right people will totally support you for it. So yeah, don't worry what other people think, because this is your life, not theirs. Another good question is, did I ever deal with exercise guilt? exercise guilt and me went hand in hand. Like, I genuinely thought before that to eat, you had to exercise to earn it, which is absolutely crazy looking back now, because people forget how many bodily functions on a daily our body needs calories for our brain, for our heart to beat, for digestion to work. We generally need those calories in that food to just fuel that in itself, let alone going and training, going to the gym. Like, do you, like, it takes so much out of you that we need to eat so much. And I did not understand kind of that concept before. I thought we would just have to train and then I could eat. You'd have to deserve to eat, which is absolutely crazy. But if you're going through exercise guilt right now, know that if you're exercising and you're training a lot, your food load has to double, and it's very hard to accept for some people. Your body needs rest. Rest is part of being productive. So yes, I dealt with exercise guilt, but I don't deal with it anymore. I exercise when I want to, when my body feels like it needs to. I don't feel like it's like a thing which I have to do, and it's, I need to go exercise, I need to go do this, because at the end of the day it's going to seem like a chore and like a necessity to live or necessity to be like in good shape. Of course it is, we'll be in good shape, but food comes in, like, they come in two and two together. To have good shape, to be lean, to be physiqued well, you need to eat well, you need to train well, but that's a whole different topic. But yes, I did have exercise guilt, but I do not have that now. Another good question is, how do you find the right people and the right partner? Right, so I know I did, and a lot of people do this, is like, we want to be liked, we want to be validated, and we want to feel like to fit in. And to fit in, sometimes we lose ourselves. The right people will come to you when you start loving yourself, when you start doing stuff that you love to do, and the right people will come. Same as like with a relationship, the right person will come. They should add to your life, they should not like take away from it. So do focus on you. You're your main focus, and the right people will come at the right time. But don't expect for them to come in and make your life better. You need to be in a place where you already feel like your life is great and they're adding to it. But do what you love to do, and the right people will come. And you also, most importantly, you do not want to like make people to want to stay with you or like beg for their attention and stuff like that. It's just, it's not gonna work. The right partner as well will also come when you're at a great time in your life and you feel great and you don't need anyone to complete you. You complete yourself, and the right person will come and add to your life. So that's that. Another one that I got asked quite a lot: have I had any plastic surgery or like treatments or anything like that to my face? No, I have not. A lot of people think I've had my lips done, but I've never had my lips done. I've never had like anything facially done. The only thing I would do is like facials. I do them maybe once a month. I do a hydrofacial, but I just try not to touch my skin. Just all this like skincare, like treatments and stuff, they're so overpriced, and there's no really great benefit to it. Sometimes you're doing more harm than good. Like, so just learn to love your own skin. And I totally get when people, like, if they want to enhance something and if it makes them confident, I'm very here for it. I'm not against like plastic surgery treatments at all. I'm not against it. So I personally have not done anything, and I don't think that I will. But yeah, definitely not against people who do them. If it makes you feel good, if it makes you feel more confident, go for it. Another good question was how to let go of the past. This is an interesting one because the past can be a very dark place for some people, and people live in regret, and people don't understand, I think most of the time, is that past makes you who you are today. And everything happens for a reason. And sometimes it's really hard to understand like why you're going through something and why this is happening to you. But when you know and when you realize that the past is the greatest lesson, it's the greatest teacher, and you learn so much through it, that I essentially there's a lot of regret in life, and there's a lot of regret in decisions you make, but every decision you make, everything leads you onto the right path. Know that you have learned from your mistakes in the past, and it has taught you how to be a better person, maybe, or taught you what to do in life situations, but everything happens for a reason. And be so confident that the path you're in is based from your past. It's built you into who you are today, and have no regrets and just continue being a better person each day. So yeah, live in the present, don't live in the past. It has shaped you, but do not let it dictate your life or define you. There's so much time in your life for you to change and for you to learn. Another great question asked was, what does health really look like? Health nowadays seems to look like green juices, Pilates, 10,000 steps a day, extreme dieting. Like, social media has created this illusion of what health really looks like. Health, in my opinion, necessarily is that health looks like waking up, feeling your best, not living in restriction, getting to move your body to do the things you love. Health does not mean intermittent fasting. It does not mean walking 10,000 steps a day. It generally means, nowadays, healthy eating looks like it's meant to be a diet. Healthy eating is just the way you have to eat. Eat 3 meals a day. Include carbs. Do not be afraid of carbs. Carbs is meant to be now on social media like the enemy, and people avoid it, and these keto diets, and everyone's going gluten-free. Like, people are like, carbs and gluten, this is your energy. You need this to live. So health really means being generally happy within yourself, comfortable in your own skin, eating what you want with no restriction, and just living a healthy lifestyle. Go on walks, go enjoy being time with your friends. If you want to go and have a glass of wine with your friend in the evening, it's okay. It does not mean that you are breaking the rules of being healthy. Healthy means living in balance. Alright, a health related question is, what are my health non-negotiables? And my health non-negotiables are pretty simple, and they are drinking 2 liters of water a day, which I even struggle with because I just don't like the taste of water, so I struggle with that. But I will add like electrolytes or lemon or something in it just to make me drink the water better, because I really struggle with plain water. So 2 liters of water a day. I always go for a walk as much as I can, especially in nature. If it's good weather, I try and go for a nice walk with a podcast or music, and nature's the biggest healer, so I really try not to take it for granted. Health non-negotiable is always having breakfast. Obviously, I've done the whole intermittent fasting BS. I don't believe in it, don't like it. I have breakfast every morning, always before coffee, always eat before coffee. Number one, I know people like the coffee feeling on an empty stomach, trust me, I do too, but it's not good for you. Health non-negotiable is always waking up in the morning, making your bed, and doing a skincare routine. It doesn't even have to be like a crazy skincare routine, just as long as you're cleaning your face, moisturizing it. It's the way you start your days off is how your day's gonna go. In my opinion, I think it's the most important part of the day is your mornings, the bed making, the skincare doing, the breakfast eating. It's showing you how well prepared you are for the day. So that's another health non-negotiable. Another health non-negotiable is for sure 3 meals a day, as much as you can. If you have work and everything, try and meal prep as much as you can so you can bring those meals into work with you so you don't have to skip meals. And prioritizing carbs, especially if you're working. Carbs is your energy source, do not neglect them. And yeah, sleeping adequately, having at least 7 hours of sleep. Pretty simple, but the simpler is always the one that is the most needed, that we don't need to overcomplicate health. Health is so simple, don't overcomplicate it. Another very good question, which I really liked, was what would you tell your younger self now? I would definitely tell my younger self to slow down and control the controllables. You don't have to need to control everything. And for me, it was the biggest thing. I needed to control absolutely everything, how I felt throughout the day, or like how people reacted. And you can't control everything, and that's obviously, again, another factor into getting an eating disorder is the need for control. I needed to control something, and food was the easiest thing to do, and I enjoyed it at the time, and it's obviously the most toxic thing you can do for yourself. But I would definitely tell myself is control the controllables, you know, and let people be how they want to be. Let things plan out how they're going to plan out, but don't try and have the need to control everything, because when you don't have control, you start to lose yourself. But accepting what is, just accepting it for how it is the most important thing I think you can do, because you really can't control life sometimes, and you just have to let life do its course. So that is it for all the questions. Thank you guys so much for asking me these questions. They were really fun to answer. If you guys want another Q&A about a specific topic or something, let me know. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!